let's get started. We have a couple wonderful pictures. Flowers. That's the before version, and you will see the after version. I have an array of coloring items here, from markers to even coloring pencils. Use your creativity. Now, if you want some of your pictures to stand out, feel free to use black. Black makes everything stand out. When you trim it in black, you can do that before or after you colored the inside. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Just highlighting a few items in black so you can see the defining areas. See how black makes things stand out?
Very eccentric.
Oh, and why do you like the cool color, Mr. Satterwhite?
Overall, it just puts me at ease. I kind of just tune out the day and just helps me relax and relinquish all the creativity I want to unleash throughout the day.
Hey, I like the way you put that. I really like it. Well, I'm gonna ride with that. It's my Calgon take me away moment.
Yes, Calgon. Wonderful fragrance. Really.
Yes. This is an event that everybody can participate in. Family arts and crafts. And if you decide to do your cool coloring on this size paper, you can always frame it and put it on the wall or on a table.
Now, you know, Ms. Murray, personally, how you like to outline yours in black, I like to outline mine in color and then color them in with colored pencil. I use marker for, the outside.
Oh.
I like to color them in with the pencil. Like you said, I feel like the outline just gives it that more defining look to
Excellent. It. That's a different technique.
Makes me smile.
Wonderful technique. Now you can also use two different colors on top of each other if you want to bring a different color or different look to the picture.
Ooh, kind of like an ombre effect.
Yes. Have you ever tried that, Mr.
Maybe once or twice when I do some of my designing work.
Okay.
But it does show like the different kind of textures of every day when something can have blue, but then it has that hint of purplish to it or a hint of gold, things like that. So,
yes. And you don't have to complete, well, feel free to help yourself.
Thank you.
You don't have to complete this in one day. If you notice, the more that you do, or more time you spend on it, the more vibrant the picture looks. I'm like you, Mr. Satterwhite. I like to use pencils as well as markers.
Yeah, 'cause to me it just gives your picture a whole different look. Kind of like an oil painting. Now sometimes they'll use oil paints and then they'll use regular paints and then they'll use the oil crayons to give different textural look. So something you may be like, oh, that looks like a real rug, and it's not. It's just the way it's colored.
Very, very good. Now, another thing that you can find at bookstores and arts and crafts stores are glitter pencils, and you can utilize them for your cool coloring, and they simply make the picture come alive even more with sparklies.
especially for those of you who like to stand out.
Yes, indeed.
It's always good to mix up everything you do.
Yes.
Cause no two of your, I mean, unless you like all your pictures looking the same, you know, who am I to tell you what to do? But if you just want a seemingly more diverse way of all your pictures, it's good to use different techniques for everything.
No competition here, Mr. Satterwhite. Just creativity.
I know that's right. You know, I'm gonna finish before you. I'm just playing.
I'm using different techniques so that I can get more completed during this short period of time. I've spent as much as 3 days working on some of my cool coloring at times.
Ooh, me too.
Yes.
Slide right past you there.
We
Don't
have-
know. Don't know how well you guys can see it, but like I said, this one here, I used one pink to outline the outside, then I used a different pink to shade it in. So I don't know if you can kind of see that little ombre array effect. But it looks good this way.
Like only you can do it.
Okay.
Your special touch.
And you know what? And that's the whole thing about the whole cool coloring. You're supposed to put your own creativity and special touches to everything that you're doing.
Yes. Put your own spin on it. And that even means coloring things a color that they may not originally be.
Exactly.
Yes, like I color leaves blues and purples and yellow, and leaves are usually green.
And browns and oranges. But
Yes.
you coloring that different color means that's your creativity. Out of the box.
I make it come alive.
That's right. And doing stuff like that makes your picture stand out too.
Correct. Correctamundo.
How many people have seen a red banana? Okay.
It's okay to see it, but I wouldn't want to eat it.
Right.
Yes. I'm going to be trimming in black again. Oh, the brown adds a nice flavor. And I'll show you what I mean in 1 second. Just simply outlining in brown.
Also, when I was in high school, and I was, because I took fine arts in high school, there was also some techniques our teacher used to show us where comes into like when you're coloring in things, so like with shading, stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
See how that brown's making it look very eccentric, like.
is bringing some out. It's making it pop. So I'll try to make it pop a little more by simply tracing over the lines of the picture. I actually like this brown better than the black. It's a little softer. Oh, you're getting quiet. I know what that means.
I'm feeling myself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you just get so into your work, you just kind of blank everything out.
Yes. Now I'll choose to use some of these vivid colors over here. Let's try green, orange, and pink, of course.
One thing I will say, don't let no one tell you how to be creative.
I agree. It's an individual thing.
That's right. But there's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from other things that you've seen.
Okay.
It's all about making it your own.
Nice. Oh, I like the way you got that popping with the colors.
Well, Miss Myers, you know me and you are definitely two creative, different spirits. And it shows.
Yes, it does.
And that's just like the rest of the world. No two people are alike. Not even twins.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. Now what I'm going to do with the markers, the colored pencils, is simply color over them with the markers to give just a little more detail and color. You know, one thing, if you have a sensitive nose, some of these markers really smell very strong. So you may need to have some type of covering over your nose if necessary.
But please keep breathing. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Just finding different ways to keep busy during this time. If you're isolated and at home, trying to keep yourself at ease, this is a wonderful activity for you to try. How you coming along down there?
You
Pretty
know,
good.
I'm going to be just about finished.
Okay.
Well, I get the flowing. I just get the flowing.
Very good.
Then once I'm finished, I'll show it at the end. But what I like to do, if I have a picture like this that doesn't have a background, I like to add my own background.
Yes.
And it doesn't take much.
Just open it up for more colors.
I think the best part about this is it's limitless.
Yes. Yes.
You can be as colorful as you want. You can be as simple as you want. You can be as exuberant as you want. It's just all your personal take on everything.
Like the song On and On to the Break of Dawn. Huh?
Right. Right. I think that song actually came on the other day.
Oh, how about that? An oldie but goodie.
Yes. A good old 93.
Right. as we are just about coming to an end, you'll notice we're getting more quiet because we're trying to complete our work of art.
Yeah.
So we'll be putting in finishing touches.
Right, which is what I'm about to do now that she is fully colored. Now I'm going to add that background I mentioned.
Excellent.
And as you see, Miss Murray brought in her color pencils, her markers. But again, like we said, don't limit yourself. You can go color pencils, markers, highlighters, paints,
Yes. Glitter pencils.
glitter pencils, gel pens,
Yes.
which are some of my favorites actually.
Yes.
So, yeah, don't put any limits onto yourself. Also, a fun activity to do with your kids too. Might keep them quiet for like a few minutes.
A few, huh?
Okay.
You want to try not to leave any white spaces
Mm-hmm.
open. Try to cover everyone up. And that may take a little time.
But again, if your creative feeling that day is you want to leave those spaces, hey, do what you do.
Okay. You can always come back and complete it.
That's right. That's
Add
right.
some more color.
That's
if you
right.
like.
Mm-hmm. Limitless.
Correct.
That's what we probably should have called this. Limitless coloring. Okay.
Yes.
Few more packs and I'm just about finished.
Okay, I'm wrapping it up as well.
And if you're feeling fancy, go ahead and signature your picture at the bottom.
Okay, now we'll do that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have completed our cool coloring. Are you ready to display your work?
Yes, I am.
Let's put some of our items away nice and neatly. And it's good to have a pencil or sharpener on hand
Yes, it is.
for the colored pencils.
But they do make the colored pencils that are twistable, so you don't have to sharpen them.
Oh, okay.
That's why there's so many things out there.
Very much. That on some. You ready to display the finished product?
I'm ready when you
Let's do it. There you have it. And thank you for joining me today, my co-worker.
It was wonderful.
And thank you all for joining us today. We hope you have a wonderful rest of the week. Be safe.
Yeah.